Hello, this is Tim, manager of the CMC Employee Fitness Center, and today I'm coming to you from a undisclosed secret location deep within the bowels of the CMC Fitness Center itself, trying to escape everything that is COVID. Now, this time of year, kind of between Christmas and New Year's, is kind of usually a time of reflection for most of us, myself included. And as I reflect, yeah, that's it. I'm done reflecting on 2020. We're finished. It's kind of interesting though, talking about that. I kind of did an online deep dive to figure out what zodiac animal or critter was supposed to be for 2020, or what the symbol was. Chinese zodiac has it at the rat this year, and I think they're wrong. Totally wrong. I think 2020 is the year of. And I'm done talking about 2020 because I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Okay, so it's the time of the year that most people are setting New Year's resolutions. Now, if you do a quick 30-second Google search, you'll probably find stats that show there's a pretty big failure rate for those things. Why is that? Just my opinion here. I think that most of the time they're pretty vague goals. Usually it's, something like get my finances in shape, lose weight, get fit, something like that. So if you think about that criteria, that's pretty vague. Under that criteria, maybe if I lose 5 pounds over the next 12 months, I've been successful in that New Year's resolution. But that doesn't really change anything in my life. The other problem too, in my opinion, and I'm more of a bucket list guy, because in my opinion, if there's something I really wanted to change in my life drastically like that, I wouldn't be waiting till the first of the year or next month or next week or next Monday. If there's something that big in my life I want to change, I'm going to do it right here, right now. I'm not going to wait 24 hours to start that. So I'm going to go over some tools to kind of help you retool your resolution and hopefully find yourself a little more successful in 2021. All right, so we're going to go over SMART goals. So SMART is an acronym: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely for T. Now let's start with specific. Okay, so let's start with the first letter in our acronym, specific. So this is the who, what, where, when, why, how kind of part of your goal. So obviously, like, who is going to be you, what is going to be your resolution, and as we do this, let's kind of make a scenario out of this. So let's say you want to lose just 60 pounds, which sounds like a huge number, and we're going to break that down as we go and show you how it's not that bad. And it is a big number, but it's doable. It's very, very doable. So write down your who, what, why, when, where, how, all that kind of stuff. Like when would be over the next 12 months, that kind of thing. Write those things down, and once you write them down, it makes it a little more tangible too. So now that we've gone through the S, let's move on to M. Okay, so M is measurable. How am I going to measure this goal? So obviously 60 pounds, right? I'm going to lose 60 pounds in 12 months. Makes it pretty measurable. And you'll know if you've lost that weight at the end of the year. You can also give yourself milestones partway through the year too. Like in 6 months, lose 30 pounds. Take little bites out of this at a time, not the whole 60 pounds. So measurable is how are you going to measure it, and time schedule. Easy peasy. So let's move on to A. So A is to make the goal attainable. So think about the things you will need to attain your goal, right? Sometimes people say, I'll exercise when I find the time. Okay, stop that train of thought. You are never, ever, ever going to find the time. Time never falls out of the sky into your lap. You need to make the time. So other things that, you know, makes this a little easier, right? Having a gym obviously makes the goal more attainable, but you can find different ways to work out. The video series we've been putting out has been a lot of bodyweight exercises, a lot of household items, those things that help your cause. Things like walking the dog, going out to Woodward Park, walking or running out there. You don't need a gym for those things. Just get moving and be consistent. Things I need to learn about, right? Watching this video series, you've had some lessons on different workouts, different types of workouts. Online, don't just rely on us. Online, there's plenty of things, different yoga videos, HIIT training videos, boot camp videos. YouTube is a huge, vast source for how to learn how to do these things. Don't get me wrong, we're happy to help you out. We want to help you out, but there are other avenues besides just us for these things. Another thing that might help you out too is, people you can talk to for support. Maybe family members, close friends, maybe incorporate them into your goals too. A training partner is a wonderful thing. It's built-in accountability. You're going to push each other to go harder, which is going to make your time more efficient. And we already talked about finding time is hard. Making time is the way to go. So if you're making that time more efficient, you're going to be much better suited to accomplish your goal. Okay, so that takes us to R for relevant. Okay, your goal has to have some relevance. It's got to mean something to you, right? If you're, again, kind of sticking with our theme of losing 60 pounds over this next year, if you're doing it for your spouse or your loved one, it's not going to happen. It won't. It has to be about you. This has to be your goal. It has to mean something to you. Whether it's a health issue, like you won't need to lower blood pressure, or you're type 2 diabetic and you're trying to reverse that process and get off medication, whatever it is, it's got to be relevant to you and something you want and mean something to you and you alone. And that's relevant. That's R. Okay, so that brings us to T, the last letter in our acronym, timely. Now, put yourself on a schedule, right? We talked about 60 pounds. Like, that seems like a lot of weight to lose, but we're talking 12 months. So we already talked about cutting in half. So that's 30 pounds in 6 months. That doesn't sound too bad. But what if we divide that 60 by 12, which by my math, I know my math's not great, right? My skill set is I know how to pick things up and put them down. That would be 5 pounds a month, if I'm not mistaken. Leave a comment down below to correct me if I am. So 5 pounds a month, that makes it seem a lot more doable, right? It doesn't seem as daunting to lose 60 pounds that way over the next 12 months. Now, we can even do better than that or make it look even easier to accomplish. What if we divide that 5, right? 5 pounds a month by the number of weeks in a month by 4. So that's, by my math, 1.25 pounds a week. 1.25, that sounds quite doable. So focus on that number, give you those benchmarks. The other thing I would say too, with, dividing this up, quarterly or whatever, I think you need to reward yourself. Now, traditionally in our culture, it seems like rewarding ourselves is going out to eat or something like that, some sort of sweet treat, right? We don't want to do that, right? Because maybe some HIIT workout for an hour, maybe you can burn, 400, 450 calories, throw out a number. And then if you go out and decide you need to celebrate that victory after that workout, because you just nailed that workout, right? What's the average hamburger is 500 calories? 550, something like that. Throw in fries with that, and you've just destroyed not only your last workout, but probably the workout before that as well, and you just went backwards on your goal. So, moderation on that stuff, but definitely treat yourself somehow. Just don't sabotage your goal by doing it. So, those are our SMART goals. Give that a go. And maybe Now, if you care to, share with us down below what your goal is for next year, your resolution. Putting it down here, that's some serious accountability, right? We're all going to see it. And if you don't care to, that's fine too. But if you would, give us a like and a share and all that kind of stuff. And we hope that you stay safe. We hope your holidays are merry and happy. And we hope that 2021 shows us a whole lot of love, because we need it. And that's it. I am out.